"Wait," Lily said, her voice cutting through the noise of the bustling restaurant. A split second later, everything changed. As if in slow motion, the dining room fell into chaos, with people darting for the exits, panic written across their faces. But Lily stood still, her sharp eyes scanning the room, assessing the danger that no one else could see. At first glance, she was just another waitress. Young, with honey-colored hair pulled back into a simple ponytail, her black apron neatly tied. But in that moment, it became clear Lily was far more than what she appeared. The restaurant, a high-end Manhattan gem known for its exclusivity, was filled with business tycoons, celebrities, and the city's elite. And Lily? She had been serving them for years, keeping her head down, playing the part of the quiet, unassuming waitress. But beneath that composed exterior was a woman with a past no one could imagine. A former military medic, trained to recognize danger in the subtlest of cues. When she'd taken this job at Le Coq, a fancy restaurant in the heart of Manhattan, she'd hoped for peace, a fresh start. Instead, she found herself thrown back into a world of high stakes, tension, and survival instincts that she had long buried. That evening, the usual hum of clinking glasses and murmured conversations was interrupted by something far darker. A group of men, dressed in expensive suits, had been seated near the back. They were laughing, as they always did, oblivious to the staff around them. But Lily's trained eyes had caught the small details, small but telling. The way they looked around, the sudden stillness in their voices when they spoke to each other in hushed tones, the strange glances they exchanged. It wasn't until she heard the faint rustling of something metallic, a whisper of a gun being shifted under the table, that her heart skipped a beat. She moved quickly, approaching the table with a forced smile on her face, her thoughts racing. She didn't have much time. She had to act fast, and she had to stay calm. The man at the head of the table, a well-known CEO named Jack Williams, was too busy talking business to notice her approach. But she did, and her eyes narrowed as she leaned in, offering the usual professional service with a side of caution. As she placed the wine glass in front of him, her voice was low but firm. "Excuse me, sir," she said, watching his eyes flicker up to hers. "You need to leave. Now." Jack, the powerful CEO known for his ruthless dealings and cold demeanor, raised an eyebrow, clearly amused. "What are you talking about, young lady?" he asked, a smile playing at the corner of his mouth. "Everything's fine. Just a few business associates enjoying a drink." But Lily's eyes never wavered. "Trust me," she said, her voice steady. "You need to get out of here. It's not safe." For a moment, Jack laughed, clearly not taking her seriously. But the tension in the air was palpable, and Lily didn't back down. She stepped closer, lowering her voice just enough for only him to hear. "They're armed. They're not here to talk business." Jack's smirk faltered, and for the first time that night, Lily saw a flicker of uncertainty in his eyes. He looked at her, taking in her calm demeanor, and then, almost imperceptibly, nodded. Without a word, he stood up, signaling his associates to follow. As they made their way to the exit, Lily's heart raced in her chest, but her face remained impassive. She had done it. She had saved them all. Jack Williams, the man who had looked down on her every time they crossed paths, was now in her debt. But Lily wasn't thinking about that. Her mind was already moving on to the next threat, already calculating the risks, already ready for whatever came next. She was just a waitress, after all. But not tonight. Tonight, she had been their hero.